So today's topic, we're going to be talking about the four P's of marketing. The four P's of marketing we have is price, place, product, and promotion. Let's look at the first one, which is price. Price basically looks at how much you're going to be giving your product out in the market for. That's what price is basically looking. If you look at, so there are various strategies when it comes to price. We have penetration pricing and we have price screaming. Penetration pricing basically is you taking your product, you know, cheaper than what the market goes for, so that you can get content, get people that will buy. Let's assume you just have a book and now you open close to somewhere that's already existing. You could just, maybe the person sells maybe fish for like maybe let's say 6,000 naira. You can make your own 5,005. That's penetration pricing. What does that mean? Basically, you are bringing your product cheaper than what the market has for sale, the current going price, so you can win people for yourself. Then price scheming basically is taking your price, your what do you call it now, your price back to down. You've gotten your number of contacts you're looking for, customer. Then you take your price back to the normal one. Then we also have under the one we call product. We have different product. Is it a product that identifies with certain people's needs? You understand? Let's say for instance you have a product now. Let's say so they will call product life cycle. Under that product we have the introduction stage, we have the growth, we have the um introduction, growth, then maturity, then decline. Introduction basically looks at you bringing a product into the market for the first time. You understand? Then once you bring a new product, let's say for instance, let's give an example. You start doing plantain chips, for instance. Now that's introduction. People are really looking at your products. They are not really getting to know. So they will call early adopters and late adopters. Early adopters are those persons that get to see your product. Yeah, they are not really buying it. That it's only when people now get to know it becomes a very popular brand. That's when you start seeing people are coming to join the purchase of your product. Then from the introduction stage, you just get into the market, then growth. Is gradually gaining market acceptance. Then maturity. Now maturity is that point where you're already popularly is a popular brand. Everybody in the country or around the world knows it. Example, something like Coca-Cola now is like a brand everybody knows. Now there's a tweak here. Now when you get to maturity, the next place is decline. You understand? But some products are very good at what they do is that when they get to that maturity process point, instead of it to decline, no, they now do. They now go about what they call branding. Once they brand now, it looks as if it's a new product. So they keep it at that point of maturity and change the face of it. There's actually some company brands that you find out that they have changed their logos and all. They have rebranded. They don't want the product to decline. So they have gotten to that part of the maturity stage, right? And they leave it at that point so that people you get will still be buying that product as though it was a new product. But now they have cut all those growth and introduction stage, rather they peg it at the maturity stage and they brand it at that point. So people will think they are buying a new product. Rather, they are buying a new product with an old product that they have made look like a new product, but at that maturity stage, because they already have got the market acceptance that they want and they peg it at that point and they keep on making their sales there. And I've talked about price, I've talked about product, I'm talking about the next one is promotion. Now, promotion basically there are various modes of promotion. We have advertising, we have personal selling, we have sales promotion, we have public relations. You get advertising. Basically, you have advert based on what you do, that the product that you are trying to sell. You use advertisement, use the various media houses, and to that now we even go YouTube, different social media platforms which was not in existence before, but now it's going to be what can be leveraged on to do the advertising. Then personal selling. So inside personal selling, we have cold canvassing. Cold canvassing basically is looking at going from door to door. You meet people one on one and sell to them. And you will have referrals. Those are one of the basic ways of getting referral purchases where you sell to somebody, that person is impressed, then that person now refers somebody to you. That's why they say good product sells itself. Then we have sales program, we have public relations. Basically, you carry out things like outreaches, giving out buy one get one free kind of campaigns. Then people begin to have to get to know your product. You understand? So sorry, right, that's where promotion actually. So people get to know about your brand by what you have done automatically. What does it do for you? It gives you that level of visibility you're looking for. And like they said, a good product sells itself. And when you're able to just introduce your product with the kind of thing, you have different company brands that are known for different things. You understand? So put your brand in that position. Let it be in the eyes of the people. Like make the people see sense in what you sell by way of promoting. And people just make it like make it like a trend, and you find out that you sell you will sell a lot. Then the last one is price, place, product, and promotion. So the last one is place. Place has to do with really the premises. Have you not seen the situation whereby um we are looking at place is looking at distribution? I think it's also place or distribution. Basically, distribution has to be the location of where your place will be. Do you understand? How do you get these products from your products from your, what do you call it now, from your market? Like I said in one of my earlier podcasts, I said the difference between product marketing and selling is that marketing is taking the product from the company to the market, and selling is taking the product from the market to the people, that's to the final consumer. So it is important for you to know how to, how to do this. So distribution is basically same thing as place. So the idea now is that basically you are looking at how do you make sure that these things are taken to the necessary places they need. What is the chain of commodity? We have the chain of supply. We have the producer. I'm looking at the chain of supply. Now we have the producer, we have the wholesalers, we have the retailers and the consumers. Depending on the nature of the product, there are some distribution that are done in place of, like, for example, let me talk about things that are very high net worth. Things like aircraft or private jets, it goes straight. The chain of command, the chain of supply is very kind of shorter, which is the from the producer straight to the consumer. Ehen. There are some products that you don't necessarily need a middleman to do. It's just broker it straight from the company to the person. But sometimes, some situations when you want to do the private jet, you could get producer, you have an agent and a consumer. So there are some due to the nature of what you sell, there are some middlemen in the process. In that chain now, you only have a producer, sometimes a consumer. But in other case, you have the producer, you have an agent, and you have the consumer, because there are persons that broker deals for high network individuals. Sure, you understand. So I've talked about the 4 P's of marketing: product, price, place, promotion. And these are the 4 P's of marketing. They're also known as the 4 P's of marketing. If you like the podcast, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Send this video to someone that might need it and want to have a little understanding about the 4 P's of marketing. And see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.